Good morning. My name is Arjun Singh Rana, and in today's video, we'll be learning about conditional rendering with the help of a small project, which is mentioned like this. Display a welcome card by taking names in props. Use conditional rendering for displaying the user welcome card. For example, we have four users, and if someone passes the name or like ABC through the user component through a prop, it should display the welcome card ABC, and if someone passes any other name, it should display a welcome card with different information. Remember, you only can use one prop to pass. So example project should look like this, something like this. As you can see, that name, age, phone number, and profession. This is the photo of the current user that has entered its name inside or you can say has passed its name as a prop inside the component. So as you can see, this is the final product which would look like this. Let me first show you the code for it. So here, as you can see that it is a React based project. So this is the app.js file, and this is the main component file, or you can say that everything that appears in the end result of our website comes through here. So as you can see that first what I did is that I imported my component intro card from this location. As you can see that, just a second, from this location, as you can see that, which is in the current folder, component, inside component, it is the intro card dot jsx. As you can see it is over here. Now what I did, I simply within the component structure of, or you can say that within the component of app.js, I called intro card component. Now let us go to what intro card component is all about. So first, inside the intro card component, as you can see that this is the whole code for the intro card. You can see that first I imported my CSS file that applies CSS to this current file from within the component folder only. As you can see that the location of the CSS file and the intro card is same. So that's why I only needed to write command which is dot forward slash intro card dot CSS. The dot forward slash means that it is in the current folder only. Now, as you can see that first I created a variable of which contains the array of objects. Now I am using the arrays of object for something like you can say a data server. So as you can see that each and every object within my this data array is complete information of one random person, or you can say one user. So as you can see that I created the profiles for five big names. One of them is Sri Narendra Modi. Another is Joe Biden. The third one is Rishi Sunak. The fourth one is Sue Lines. And the last one is Georgia Meloni. So as you can see, these are all five of them are pretty huge names or big names. So I'm using these data as you can say that as a data bank for my users. So I'm considering all these five people to be my use to be the user of my code base. So as you can see that inside each information regarding each person that is contained inside inside my data bank is first is their profile pic, or you can say their picture, then their name, then their age, then their this fake no phone number, and their profession. As you can see that for the Modi, it's of course Prime Minister of India. Now coming to the main concept of conditional rendering, what it means, that it means that rendering specific component or specific attributes of component according to the specific condition that has been specified. Basically within the if else statement, or if within switch case statement. So how I am applying my conditional rendering is that first I iterate over the whole array of objects. Then what I do is that I check if the attribute or the prop passed from the component, uh, or you can say the prop passed from the component is matches with my with the name of any of the users that has been stored inside the data variable. Then after it found its match, then I simply assign where variables to the data, their respective data, so that I can access those data to inside my component, which is inside the return command, as you can see over here. So let me first walk you through how I'm finding my user and storing the or and rendering them out. So as you can see that first I initiated a for loop which would run till data.length strictly less than till data.length, and this is the updation command for the I variable. Now what I did, I simply created another variable s which would store the input, or you can say which would store the not the input, the name from each and every object within the array. As you can see that it this command means that data the object at the ith index inside the data, I want to take out the value with respect with which is being stored with the key name. So it means that if if I is currently iterating over the first object, then it would return this complete name to this variable, and also I am converting that name into the lowercase using by using this function. After that, what I am doing is that if as dot includes input dot name dot to lowercase. Now where what is input? As you can see that my component takes the prop input as the input from, or you can say as we are passing the props with the help of this input object. Every prop being passed would be stored inside the object named input. So after that, as you can see that I am passing inside my name app.js. As you can see that I'm calling my component and passing the prop with the key value name, with the key name as name, and with the capital N and its value as whatever we want to pass on. So that's why when we come back to the intro card, as you can see that I am checking if my this name that I'm getting from my data bank includes the props that is being passed from from the component or from the app.js. Whatever the prop is being passed from that to this component is contained within the name that I took from the data bank or took from the object. So that's why I used includes over here, and also I'm converting it to the lowercase. Why I'm doing that? Because just I want to just provide the user the flexibility to just not enter the name strictly in case sensitive manner. So it means that a user can enter the name without any upper cases or lower cases or make a camel casing or something like that. It would still work. That's why just to provide that flexibility, I am converting the name that I took from the data variable and the name that I'm using from or getting from the props being passed. I'm converting both of them into lowercase, so there is no case mismatch. So after that, if my after the iteration, if my includes function is able to find a match of the prop which is being passed inside the name that I'm taking from the data, then what I'm doing, I'm creating a where type variable. Now, as we all know, where is a function scoped declaration method. It means that I can access whatever variable I am declaring in a block within a function. So a function can contain multiple blocks, like of multiple for loops. Within a for loops, it can contain multiple if else blocks. So those are known as blocks. If I'm using var over here, it means that if within a function in a particular block I declare a variable using var, then I can access that particular variable throughout the function, even outside the block, just by calling it by the variable name. So as you can see that I declared four, one, two, three, four, five. Sorry, five type variables. One is name, profile, age, number, and profession. And each of them would be storing their respective values, as you can see that. Once I found the object that the user is currently looking for, or the current user's data, then it would take the value from that is present with the key name and store it into the variable name. Then a variable which is I have created, which is profile with small letter p, then it would store the variable within the current object, or within the current object, it would store the value which is being paired with the key profile with the capital P. Similarly for age, similarly for phone, and similarly for profession. So as you can see that that's how I am accessing a particular user's information based on whatever the prop is being passed from the app.js to the intro card component. So after that, I simply break the loop. So the further iterations are not done if once my if condition is being satisfied. So after that, as you can see that this return command is used to render or used to pass components outside my JSX file. So it would return this whole component or the bunch of elements within a div parent tag. So whenever we want to return a component, there is a strict rule in React.js that we can only return a single tag. So to overcome that limitation, we if we want to pass multiple tags, what we do is that we create a parent div tag, and within that parent div tag, we can pass multiple elements or multiple components. So, but for the React, it would simply be looking like it. We are simply passing a single tag, but we know that we are passing multiple tags within a single parent tag. So as you can see that this is a single parent tag. As you can see that this is starting and ending over here. And within the single parent tag, there is such so many components that are being passed. So within that, as you can see that first it is I could declare a div tag class with the class name card, which is the whole body of the card. After that, the card contains image. As you can see that this is the image, this is the whole body of the card, this is the image. And after that comes the name of the current user. So as you can see that first I created a h1 tag, then I named gave it the class name card title, and after giving that, as you can see that I'm passing the variable that I declared in the previous for loop, or you can say that in the previous block. As you can see that this is the name, it is also being highlighted. I am using this name over here because it contains the name of my current user, which I took by checking first the if the prop matches any of the names inside my current data variable, and if it matches the variable, then it would simply assign their respective values to these variables. And then I'm using these variables in my component over here. Now, as you can see that I'm using the variable name within a curly braces. Why is that? Because this is JSX in what we are writing the code. So within the return commands parenthesis, this whole command is in JSX. And for us to escape or for us to use variables, just like we use variables in JavaScript, we need to use curly braces because that helps us to escape into JavaScript command line. Or you can say that we with the help of curly braces, we are able to enter JavaScript commands. So as you can see that as we know that the name is the variable var type variable of the JavaScript program that I wrote over above here. So to access it, I'm using the curly braces to access them. Now comes the rest of the three parts, which is age, phone, and profession. So first, as you can see that it is h2 tag that I'm using for the rest of the three intro lines, which is age. So first this would be printed. Then the component will access the variable age from here. So it would represent their respective age. Then phone number. Similarly for phone number, as you can see that it is again accessing the variable name, oh sorry, number with the help of those curly braces, and similarly for the profession. Now coming to the CSS part of this code, as you can see that first I need to bring the whole card body a bit down, a bit down, because then it would be touching the top of the window. So as you can see that this is this white space is with the help of margin top 10 pixel of the whole parent div tag. As you can see that I am applying this on parent div tag, which is the whole parent the parent, or you can say topmost layer of the whole component. After that, I'm manipulating the body of the whole card, as you can see that I first fixed its height and weight. After that, I centered it using margin auto. Now, what a margin auto does that is centers the card by increasing or by simultaneously increasing or decreasing the left and right margin values to center the whole component. After that, I gave it a box shadow. As you can see that this shadow over here is with the help of this box shadow with the color black, and border color is this specific hex value that I took from the internet. After that comes the formatting for the image. As you can see, the image card image top. So I'm fixing its height and width. So I'm talking about this picture over here. After that comes the card body, which is this portion from the name to age to phone number to profession. This whole blue box is what I'm formatting for currently right now. As you can see that I used text align center, which aligns the each and every text within the card body to the center. After that, I colored the whole card body in this specific hex code. After that comes the title, which is the name itself, as you can see that. What I did over here is that I provided a glow effect using text shadow two times. So what it does that it give us text. It You can say that it provides the shadow, but I'm using two text shadow over here, which kind of give it a glow effect. As you can see that it is glowing in golden color and with the mixture of black. Now if I also turn it to gold as well, just a second. Now, as you can see that it would it's glowing a bit much brighter. So that's why I gave it black to just to balance it out. As you can see that now it's not that intensive. After that, I changed the for font family, or you can say that the font type of the uh, whole title. As you can see that it is in Georgia font style. After that, I gave it a color Alice blue. Now coming to the rest of the three introduction lines, which was age, number, and profession. These were represented by H2 tags. So I'm currently formatting only H2 tags over here, and as you can see that I gave in this specific color and the font style of impact. So as you can see that the color is applied and the font style is impact. Now coming to the implementation of this whole code, as you can see that that was the whole intro card component with its styling. Now what I'm doing in the app.js is that I am calling first importing the my component. Then I'm calling my component using this command over here. And what I'm doing is that I am passing the prop because I know there are only 5 users, so I can call any of them. So as I told you, there was Joe Biden. So let's simply write Biden, not Joe, because as I told you, I use dot includes function, which would check if the prop that is being currently passed from here inside the components data array of objects, and it would check if the any of the object contain any of the object inside the any of the object, the key name, the value that is with the key name contains the prop that I'm passing. That is the function of the includes method that I use in the for loop, as I told you before. So if I simply write like Biden, Biden, so as you can see that the card would take all the information from that particular object with the key value name as key value pair as name Joe Biden, and it would render that only. So as you can see that according to the props being passed, it is conditionally rendering specific content or specific components or specific attributes of the components. So that is how conditional rendering works. Now, if I put something like let's say Sue. Uh, yeah, as you can see that that card is being also rendered as well. Now, as I told you, I used a dot lowercase over here. It means that I can write the name of the users in any case letter and it would still show me the content. Now, if I write something like let's say our respective honorable Prime Minister. Uh, as you can see that it is still rendering that card. As you can see that I capitalized and then R then D, but it did affect my whole code because I used dot to lowercase to match the casing of both of both the name that I'm taking from the array of objects and the name that I am currently getting as a prop from the app.js. So that's how my code is running. You can find the link for this particular, sorry, you can find the link for this particular code base in my description. It is a Git repository, and you can simply clone it and run it or try it yourself. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching.